Day 2, July 24th, 2015. I woke up before the alarm. No reason, just that quiet travel energy humming under my ribs. I wrote yesterday's journal entry while my son slept. Pancakes were my strategy to wake him. It worked. It always works. We hit the highway, and that's when the interstate turned weird. Flat tires everywhere. One actually blew right in front of us. Then our dashboard dinged. Tire pressure monitoring unavailable. Now listen, I did not need that energy in my life. I didn't say anything, just eased into the right lane, watched my speed, pretended everything was fine. Because moms don't panic on road trips. We just internally spiral. And then, billboards. At first it was just one, then another, each one worse than the last. You never sausage a place. Chili today, hot tamale. And then the skyline changed. A 200-foot sombrero rising out of the Carolina pine trees like a neon mirage. We had reached south of the border. Back in 1949, a beer distributor named Alan Schaefer realized North Carolina had gone dry just across the line. So he built a little pink beer stand in South Carolina and called it south of the border. It was clever. It was opportunistic. It worked. Then Interstate 95 came through in the 1960s, and Schaefer didn't just build a store, he built a spectacle. Over 250 billboards, Pedro the mascot, fireworks, motels, arcades, and eventually the Sombrero Observation Tower, a monument to roadside absurdity. We went up the tower first, and let me tell you, my son, not a fan. He gripped the railing, ragged on me for being scared on bridges, but fine up there, which felt deeply unfair. From the top, we could see South Carolina and North Carolina stretching out in green waves. You can't actually see the state line, it's invisible, just trees and highway. But I liked knowing it was there, an invisible border marking the beginning of something new. We played a few arcade games, let him shake off the road mood, let him be a kid instead of a passenger. Then we wandered into the hat shop. Minion glasses, sombreros, absolute nonsense. There was a camel statue in the middle wearing a sombrero. We laughed at a guy trying to look cool in front of it while his wife took a picture. Then my son did the exact same thing. Road trip, rite of passage. We bought pirate toys and 2 souvenir bullet casing pocket knives. I didn't know it yet, but those knives were going to matter later. And that's the kind of detail road trips are built on, the tiny purchases that become plot devices. I told my son, don't be playing with that gun in the car. The cashier smiled at him and said, no honey, don't do that. You're in the South. We shoot back. And I remember thinking, yep, we are officially not in Georgia anymore. South of the border isn't refined. It's not subtle. It's loud, outdated, weird. But that morning, it was perfect. It broke the tension of the tire scare. It gave us a laugh. It let my son be brave somewhere I wasn't. And sometimes that's all a roadside stop needs to be. Not historic, not profound, just the right kind of ridiculousness at the right mile marker.